So for this series, since you can see in this main hero image I created for the series, there are lots of different letter types. So you can see even with the 3 different B's that are all different, the E's have been kind of flipped around, the loop-de-loos have been misplaced. So what I'm gonna do is this main video where I kind of talk to you about coloring and dimension, and then we will do 26 videos, 1 for each letter of the alphabet, and there will always be a worksheet for you like this. And every worksheet will vary. So letter A has 5 different styles, letter B has 3 different styles, but by the end of all 26 worksheets, you will have so many different types of bubble letters you can, mix and match to create really playful, fun pieces just by adding some simple doodles. And everything will be traced to learn. There will be printable and Procreate worksheets. All right, so the basic steps, just like with any lettering we do, really, you start with a super simple letter frame. These can be really rough, and then you can go into widening out your letters. In this case, we're making them nice and bubbly. Then you're gonna add some color and then some details. So it's a really simple when you break it down to the most basic elements of a lettering process. Now, bubble letters are not at all rigid. They are fluid, fun, and I would wager a bet that for most of us, bubble lettering was the very first type of hand lettering we did back when we were even kids. So I want you to have a lot of fun with this series and really make it playful and yours. So I am not gonna walk through how to draw each letter for this first video because we're gonna do that in each individual letter series, but I do wanna walk through with you adding color, dimension, and a few little tips and tricks. If you are not new to Procreate or not new to my videos, there's nothing that's gonna be super new here, but you might wanna watch and follow along just to see how I do it specifically for this style of bubble letters. So to start off, all I did was draw some really simple letters and I kind of shifted the angle. So if you see that, let me get a monoline brush here. So the axis, that's not dark enough for you to see, the axis of each letter kind of shifts. And that's one of the core elements of playful lettering. So it's going all different directions instead of every letter being straight up and down. And you can kind of play with that, but I just kind of go with my heart and what I think looks nice and kind of balances it out. So sometimes I'll do the whole thing and kind of shift things. And in Procreate, you can use this selection tool on freehand, and you want to have snapping and magnetics turned off so that you can freely rotate things. If you have snapping and magnetics turned on, it makes it really easy to move it in the same plane. All right, so once I have that down, and I do want to mention, when we're doing this other lettering series and we're talking about the solid rules of lettering, we are mostly breaking all of those here. So don't worry about those. Draw like your own handwriting even. You do not need to be too precise with this. We're just drawing a basic guideline for ourselves to then add the fun bubble letters. So I'm going to turn off my sketch, and this is the bubble letters I ended up with. Yours can be totally different. Again, we're going to go through each of these throughout this series letter by letter. So once I have that done, my main goal is just kind of making every letter a little different. Since the T's were next to each other, I could combine them into one fun letter. And I really wanted to add some like loop-de-loos and X's to make it feel even more playful and kind of modern. My style leans decidedly feminine. I feel like this is a great style that you could make lean less so. So once I have that down, you can either move your frame so that you can see I have a bunch of layers here because we're going to kind of move through this quickly since we'll get into it more in the individual letters. But start with your lettering and then add a new layer below it. And then I'm going to turn on reference, and that is how we are going to color in our letters. I've been using I kind of gravitate towards the same colors repeatedly. I get stuck on using the same thing. So I've been using this Hey You palette again a lot in my work. This one's free on the blog. I will leave it in the caption. And then I just kind of, got too close to my line work. Make sure I'm still on that separate line. Drag and drop, tap continue filling, and just quickly color everything in. Originally I did it all pink, and then I decided, I want to make it have some blue. I love pink and blue together in yellow, just those basic like CMYK color scheme with the pink, yellow, blue, and black. So that's what I ended up going with, knowing I would add some yellow details. So I kept those both on the same layer because we're not going to do a ton of dimensional work that will affect our coloring. Sometimes I would put pink on one layer and blue on another, depending on the piece. All right, so now we can turn reference off. And then one thing I like to do to super easily highlight my letters is to add a new layer above it, click clipping mask, grab a really light color or even white, and then I'm gonna make my monoline brush a little bigger, and I'm basically just gonna trace the letter again inside the frame. And again, if you get little like offbeat pieces, it's fine. It's not gonna matter once we blur this out. So I just kind of trace it. I really love how these E's came out, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna erase that since that letter is underneath that one. So you can see this is very simple. And then you're gonna come up to the little magic wand looking icon and click Gaussian blur, and we're gonna blur it quite a bit. But can you see how that instantly gives it, and how much you blur it is up to you if you want it to be more aggressive, more subtle. I tend to like it more subtle just because I did draw such harsh lines. So I'm gonna go for about 13% there, and that'll give me an instant, super easy highlight. You could also duplicate it if you feel like it needs to be a little brighter, and then tap your N and kind of play with the amount you want. I think it's fine with one, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. And even then you can tap your N, and if you want it to be like really subtle, like maybe like that, I'm gonna go around 52%. Then I like to add another layer, and I'm gonna stick with white, but I'm gonna make my monoline small again. And then you're just gonna go through, I'm gonna imagine my sun source up here. So my sun is here, and it's shining down. Where are your shadows gonna be with that considered? So, or your highlights for that matter. So highlights, the sun would be here. Might make those a little bigger. And you can just draw kind of an arc with a dot. So I just go through and add some simple highlights, kind of alternating where I place a dot, where I place just a line. And I don't overthink it too much. I go through it quite quickly. And this is kind of a cartoony style anyway, so this leans into that. I do have another tutorial on the blog or on the YouTube and the blog for bubble letters. It's called Milk Pop, and it is a more realistic looking bubble style. If you want to go watch that video, I will also leave that in the comments. The T one I feel like is tricky. Like, I kind of like one just there. I'm gonna go with just there for now. All right, a few more highlights here. Do I want one there? I think I'm gonna go just there. Something like that. All right, and then I'm gonna leave our sun source up there for now. So now we have a couple different kinds of highlights. I've been bad about renaming my layers. Usually I like to rename everything. You could call one subtle highlights and one something different, but I'm gonna call this color fill. All right, so now we need to add a bit of shadow. So I'm gonna duplicate my lettering layer, my line work, and bring it all the way down, and also my color fill. And then I'm just gonna pinch these into one layer, and that's gonna give me a full version of my letter. So you can't see it because it's below the layer, but it's there. And then I'm gonna tap the magic wand tool, tap hue, saturation, and brightness, and turn it all the way down. So now that layer is black. So if I were to move it, you can see I can have a layer for shadowing. So with classic bubble letters, a lot of time they have a solid drop shadow just like that. I tend to prefer a softer one. So if you like it like this, you can totally just bump it to the edge. So again, our sun is here, so our shadow's down here. I like to do a motion blur. So I leave it in the same spot, click motion blur, and then pull this towards the corner of my page, and it creates a more subtle shadow. And then you do want to kind of slide it into place. And then I tend to reduce the opacity quite a bit. So I'm going to go like 12%. And I will rename that shadow. Okay. So there's some really simple steps that got you from some flat letters, I'm going to turn the sun source off now, to some more dimensional looking letters. For finishing details, and what I think really helps, so we already have fun, playful letters, but to make it extra special, I added notebook lines in the back, and that's just a matter of drawing a bunch of lines. If you are new to Procreate, to draw a straight line on your page, you are going to draw a line, hold your finger down, and that makes a perfectly straight line. So you'll just do that in repetition. It can help if you turn on your canvas, click drawing guide, edit drawing guide, and you can change your grid size. So you could make some graph paper and then trace those lines to keep them spaced nice and even. That is also helpful if you want to center your design on your page. So the last thing I did is draw some doodles in. And you can see I kept this simple. This was inspired by the 90s style lettering I did recently and shared with you on YouTube. It was one of my most popular videos last month, so you may have seen it. So I used the same elements really, the crown, the heart, some simple Swiss crosses and X's, dots, nothing too complicated. And of course the paper plane to throw back to the school era of note taking. And then I just added these 3 little kind of hash mark lines just because I felt like they had a graffiti inspired kind of style. And for some reason to me, that felt like that added to that kind of vibe. And then the last thing I usually do is add my logo. So I also have another video on YouTube on how to make your own logo stamps. You can see I have several here. So I can just pick my Instagram handle and go to a dark black color and then just stamp it right down. And that size is pretty good. So I can slide it right into place. And if I want it to be darker, I just duplicate it and you can see how it gets slightly more intense. All right, so that is the basic for coloring in your letters. We will not go over coloring and dimension in every single video. In the A through Z videos, we're gonna focus on how to draw each letter, how to use the tools Procreate has built in, like symmetry, arc tools, straight lines, quick shapes, to help us form our letters. And even though they're playful and hand-drawn, that's gonna give us some consistency and make it look nice and smooth. So I hope you're excited about this series as I am. I'm gonna go ahead and film and publish letter A today as well, and then I'll kind of gradually stream out all the other letters. Also, before I go, you can sign up for my newsletter if you want to be emailed every time a new video goes live, so you can grab the worksheets and follow along.